Members Mark USDA Prime boneless ribeye sells at $19.98 per pound at Sam's Club, a dollar above Costco's discounted Prime ribeye. And the question of whether Walmart's Warehouse Club beats Costco on meat is messier than the stickers suggest. Across 7 cuts and categories, from bulk beef and enhanced pork to rotisserie chicken and premium filet, we're breaking down the hidden deals, the hidden catches, and the sodium surprises that no price tag will tell you about. Some of these savings are real, and some fall apart the moment you read the fine print. Let's start where the sticker shock hits hardest. Number 1. Sam's Club's USDA Prime boneless ribeye lands right at the intersection of premium promise and price confusion. The sticker reads $19.98 per pound for Members Mark Prime Angus, which puts it a notch above Costco's Prime ribeye, often found between $15.99 and $17.01 per pound, and sometimes even lower during regional sales. But the real story is buried in the fine print, not just the price tag. Sam's Club's Prime ribeye carries a visible USDA Prime stamp and, crucially, skips any mention of blade tenderization. That's a key distinction for older shoppers. Whole muscle cuts let you grill to 145 degrees Fahrenheit with a 3-minute rest, keeping steaks juicy and safe without the higher 160-degree minimum required for blade tenderized beef. By contrast, many Costco Prime ribeyes, especially those in bulk packs, are labeled as blade tenderized, meaning seniors who want medium rare need to cook them longer or risk foodborne illness. The Sam's Club cut is also aged for tenderness and sliced fresh in club, giving it a leg up with steakhouse-style appeal. In terms of value, $19.98 per pound sits comfortably inside the USDA's 2026 Prime ribeye average, which ranges from $18 to $22 per pound. While Costco's price looks lower, the safety trade-off and the need to check for mechanical tenderization on every package makes Sam's Club's offering more straightforward for shoppers who prioritize both taste and peace of mind. For seniors, the lesson is clear. The best deal isn't always the cheapest, especially when it comes to steakhouse-grade beef and safe cooking temperatures. In second place, Sam's Club's USDA Choice boneless ribeye complicates the bargain hunting math for seniors who value both savings and clarity. The per-pound price lands at $14.97 for Members Mark Choice Angus, a figure that fits squarely within the USDA's 2026 national average for choice ribeye, which ranges from $13 to $16 per pound. On paper, that's a straightforward deal, but the real challenge appears when shoppers stand at the meat case, confronted with nearly identical packaging for choice and prime grades, both stamped with aged for tenderness and neither labeled as blade tenderized. Without careful attention to the USDA grade shield, it's easy to mistake one for the other, especially since the choice version is often stacked side by side with its pricier prime counterpart. For seniors on a fixed income, this grade confusion can mean the difference between a steakhouse-level splurge and a weeknight dinner. The lack of mechanical tenderization labeling means both cuts can be safely cooked to 145 degrees Fahrenheit with a 3-minute rest, preserving flavor and texture without the higher risk associated with blade tenderized beef. Costco's choice ribeye, when available, is typically priced in the same $13 to $16 range, but package sizing and regional sales can blur the comparison. Ultimately, Sam's Club's choice ribeye offers a transparent grade-verified value for those willing to read the fine print, but it also highlights how quickly a good deal can slip away if shoppers don't pay attention to the label details that matter most. Third on our list, Sam's Club's cryovac case meat program offers a bulk buying strategy that rewrites the rules of warehouse meat pricing. Instead of picking up a single steak or roast, shoppers can purchase entire primals, like a whole Choice Angus chuck roll at $6.37 per pound, or a brisket flat at $9.22 per pound, sealed in vacuum packaging and sold by the case. These cuts arrive untrimmed and untouched by mechanical tenderization, meaning there's no hidden safety risk or extra markup for labor. For seniors on a fixed income, the savings add up fast. A 30-pound chuck roll case costs about $191, translating to a per-pound rate that's 30 to 50% lower than buying the same meat sliced into steaks at the counter. Portioning at home takes some extra effort, but it allows for meal planning weeks in advance and reduces waste from spoilage or shrink. The absence of blade-tenderized labeling also means these whole muscle cuts can be safely cooked to 145 degrees Fahrenheit with a 3-minute rest, preserving both flavor and peace of mind. While Costco offers bulk meat as well, Sam's Club's case prices consistently undercut the per-pound cost of individually packaged steaks, especially when factoring in the senior membership discount. The key lesson here is that the best deal isn't always in the display case. It's often hiding in the back, packed in plastic, waiting for those willing to buy big and slice small. Number 4 on our list, Sam's Club's ground beef trays present a classic warehouse dilemma. The price per pound looks solid, but the safety story runs deeper than the label. The 93.7 lean blend clocks in at $6.17 per pound, sitting comfortably within the USDA's 2026 national average of $5.50 to $6.50. That figure may tempt budget-minded seniors to stock up, especially with multi-pound trays that seem to promise weeks of easy meals. But the real catch is hidden in the food safety rules that govern every package, regardless of where it's sold. Ground beef, unlike whole cuts, must be cooked to 160 degrees Fahrenheit to eliminate the risk of E. coli, a requirement that holds true whether the meat is labeled prime, choice, or select. For older adults with health concerns, this higher temperature can mean sacrificing flavor and texture for peace of mind. Recent recall alerts underline the stakes. In early 2026, over 23,000 pounds of ground beef from major suppliers were pulled from shelves over E. coli concerns. While Sam's Club was not directly named in those recalls, the same brands appear in its inventory, making it crucial for shoppers to check lot numbers and stay updated on USDA alerts. Costco's ground beef lands in a similar price band, but the lesson is the same. No warehouse deal is worth the risk if safe cooking and recall tracking fall through the cracks. For seniors, the best value in ground beef isn't just about cents per pound. It's about cooking to 160 degrees every time and keeping an eye out for recall notices before the first burger hits the grill. Number 5 on our list, Sam's Club's pork Boston butt and St. Louis ribs promise rock-bottom prices, but the real value depends on what's hidden in the label or what's missing from it. The Boston butt, sold by the case for $1.98 per pound, lands well below the USDA's 2026 national average of $2 to $2.5 per pound. St. Louis style spare ribs come in at $3.18 per pound, again, undercutting both the $3 to $4 USDA average and Costco's typical $3.97 per pound. For seniors who plan to fill the freezer, these numbers look unbeatable. Yet the bargain comes with a catch. The packaging offers no details about sodium injection or solution enhancement. Industry standards suggest that many bulk pork cuts are injected with brine, often pushing sodium content to 400 to 600 milligrams per 3-ounce serving, but Sam's Club's labels stay silent on the issue. For shoppers with hypertension or those watching their salt intake, this omission makes it impossible to judge the true health value of the deal. Costco, by contrast, posts slightly higher prices for similar pork cuts, but also leaves sodium levels off most labels, keeping the information gap wide open at both clubs. In the end, the lesson is clear. Low sticker prices on pork at Sam's Club can stretch a budget, but only if you verify sodium content directly on the label. Without that detail, the savings may come at the cost of your daily sodium limit, a trade-off that's easy to miss when the only numbers in sight are on the price tag. Across all 7 deals, one pattern stands out. Real savings at Sam's Club demand more than a glance at the price tag. Grade, safety, and sodium quietly shift the value equation. For seniors, the smarter buy is the one you fully understand because the best deal isn't always the cheapest.